Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is my first, just straight up coming on here video. And my channel's not for you if you are expecting perfection, if you are expecting an expertly edited video, or whatever else. I'm coming on in this new year, this new age of Aquarius, exactly as I am. I have messages that are from aliens, angels, earth, energy, whatever. What's prevented me from showing up so much of my life is fear of judgment, not being perfect, and coming on this platform thinking I have to have a perfectly edited video. I have to have all the right colors. I have to look a certain way. I have to speak in a certain cadence. And I'm here to say, fuck that. Fuck it. I have a message. I have millions of messages. I am a clairvoyant, clear-seeing, claircognizant. I know. Open channel. I see, speak, feel, communicate with all different entities. Galactic beings, angels, past loved ones, ascended masters, etc., etc., etc. And they don't tell me to show up perfect. They don't put limitations on me like, if you don't show up perfect, nobody's gonna care what you're saying, so why am I? I don't think we live in that universe, and especially with the new age, I don't feel we're going to be constricted like we once were by the expectations of the Matrix, okay? Being put in a box and being told, if you don't fit in that box, shit's not gonna work for you. Wrong, done with it. Here I am. So I'm gonna go, okay? I'm like looking at myself. So the messages for 2021, here we go. From the earth herself, I am being told she is specifically working at this time within her third chakra center, so the solar plexus, Muldhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura. I always have to say them all to like remember the names. Manipura. So Earth has her own chakra system, just like we do. As she works in her solar plexus, she's navigating her sense of self in relation to the inhabitants upon her planet. That includes us, humans. So she's been navigating her shadow work as we've approached this new age. So this is going to affect us on a large scale. Hello, 2020 shadow work. All right, surfacing the dark truth that needs to be surfaced to ascend. The darkness that wants the light. Okay, so we're talking obviously on a mass scale, government, scandal. Do I have to list it? No, I don't even have to list it. I don't want to go there. We know. If you're here, you know. So while that's happening in the collective, obviously, individually, this is going to affect us too. Our own shadow work, our own navigation of timelines and trauma, inner child healing, how I relate to myself as a human within the collective, how I communicate with myself and my own energy centers, how I relate to inhabiting this earth. So we are being asked that energetically. Who are we on this planet as individuals and as a human collective? Now, I'm being shown right now the solar plexus and then multiple different timeline possibilities coming out of this processing. And I'm not shown like a specific amount of time, like, oh, when is she going to be done with it? And that's another thing too, is you can work within a specific energy center for X amount of time and then, navigate backward. It's not linear. As we've descended upon this earth as light beings and absorb density and linear time and whatnot, beyond that, in the quantum fields, it's just not so linear. It's not like low vibration is bad, high vibration is good. It's just so convoluted. Now, the main message that I've been getting also about 2021, and I say this like verbatim, what's come through is you have yet to see upheaval. And I hope I'm saying that word right, because it's not a word I usually use, and that's like what came through. This means externally, so societal structures that are not sustainable continue to break down. We are not by any means out of the woods. We have scratched the surface of very deep transformation. When things break down, this can feel chaotic for the logical mind, for the logical structures that we've created within ourselves and then projected outward. The Arcturians specifically, and the Pleidians, they're like, don't leave us out. These two galactic groups specifically have been talking the most and been very present, talking about these timelines and these concepts of structures, and that collective consciousness and society as we know it is quite simply our projections. So look at billions of people, our inner world projected outward as creators, and then function as a collective vortex. So it's literally just our creation. And all of our energy created and put out together has created the structures as we know it. Now, apparently, enough people, because of the incoming energies from the cosmos, the Aquarian age, the New Age, enough people have awakened enough to unearth shadow work. And we cannot ascend without the shadow work. Now, again, when I speak about individual shadow work, it goes into collective, of course, coming from the law of oneness, right? Now, my logical mind pretty much, when I think of law of oneness, wants to say, fuck you. I'm me, that's them, I don't want to deal with it. But guess what? We're all one, and until we all ascend, we don't ascend. And so there's no hierarchy in the new earth, and I'm not better than you, and you're not better than me, and I'm not like technically more awake than that person because my work is their work and vice versa. Yeah, newsflash. So, as my own shadow work is unearthed, it's very reflective in the collective and vice versa. Now, specifically, the Arcturians and Pleaidans have been pointing to the high heart and the throat. Two critical pieces. The high heart is representative of the fifth dimensional heart space. The Pleaidians specifically are working on the throat a lot. I look over there because that's where I see them physically, and like in my third eye. So we are being told to focus on communication first within ourselves. It is underestimated how serious it is, the way that we communicate with ourselves. Okay. If I talk to myself like an asshole all day, you bet your ass the energy I'm putting out and the energy that I revert to at a trigger is like being an a-hole. Okay, channel's also not for you if you don't like cursing, and that's totally fine. It just comes out for me, and I'm actually being mindful about maybe doing it less, but it's okay. It's okay. So, we cannot ascend unless we bring all aspects of ourselves into ascension. This is deep shadow work. I don't know any human being on this planet who has completely accepted all aspects of themselves. And this means inner child timelines, okay? So say I get triggered, which, hey, I get triggered all day. Have an intense emotion. It's my job to break it down. Why do I have this projection? Why is this my reaction? Draw it all back. Okay, it's an inner child. It is 7-year-old Kirsten wanting to be seen and accepted. Now, how do I relate to that inner child? Do I say, you're on your own. I'm ascending. I don't have to deal with you. I'm ascending. That's soul fragmenting, okay? And that's the work. That's a huge, that is what they're saying for 2021. In the sense of you have not seen upheaval. Externally, yeah, a lot of stuff is going to be turned over. But also internally, we are being flooded with high energy into the magnetic field of the earth from the cosmos, okay, from a very galactic, divinely planned timeline. And to meet that, it's going to be coming up. It's going to be coming up. And the work is finding self-compassion for all of the pieces of ourselves, all of them, all of it. And only in that space am I then able to project true, all-encompassing compassion outward. That's ascension. That's the work. Ascension is drawing in these high energies into the body and interlacing them into the present knowing, to this physicality, bringing those high energies back into the earth. And yeah, that's, I don't want to say that's it, because there's a lot. But I think for this video, that's it. Because in my head, I'm like, what else is there to talk about? And I'm going to leave it here. If you made it this far, thank you. Subscribe, leave a comment. I'll write back, follow me on IG, all the things. Because we're in this together. And if you're here, you get me and you're my people. And I want to meet my people. I want to meet my people in 2021.